That was really weird. It did. It went back to it for just a second. Did you see that? There was like a brief moment where it was suddenly you waving again, and it was like, wait, what? And then it went back to the cube. That was really bizarre. Like, yeah, I don't even. Eey. It would have been hilarious if, like, when we hit the button, it just did that, like, just an arbitrary, like, hello. Be awesome. We got sound? That's good. All right. Well, it looks like it's 10 o'clock. Let's do this thing. Ready? Let's. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and we're back to working on the great big blue bag, or not bag, sorry, blue pillow again. Um, so yeah, this has been taking forever, but that's, kind of how it goes sometimes. So it is what it is. We're gonna show some new techniques I've been doing for adding strings, so that'll be a little bit interesting. We still have the secret word game, which I'm dying for somebody to win. Minute Craft has provided one of the bracelets. I provided the other. You say the magic word, you get both bracelets. It's that simple. All you have to do is chat, and you can win. I mean, that's kind of the nature of the thing. Hang on, I need to. My chat window wasn't working, and I need to start the music. I think I think last week I completely forgot to add the music. I don't know how that one happened, but it happened. Anyways, hope everybody's had a good week. It's been a little hectic, a little busy around here. A lot of dealing with a lot of things. So, but it's the weekend. Time to unwind a little. Maybe tie some knots. Maybe get inspired. We Hey, the bot's running. This this should be good. This should mean that you can do the 8-ball thing, which is sort of fun. Yeah, right. So anyway, so this diamond here does not get the string. It's in the next one. I have to kind of work my way over to it. I probably could change out the strings a little bit earlier, but um, no need in wasting it. I do this down here brings me to 14 and a half inches out of trying to bring it right up to 18. I probably won't try to go any extra with this one, but we'll kind of see how that goes. Sorry, I had to turn down the music a little bit on my end. Uh, Nice, relaxing, but a little distracting. So yeah. So this is the color that needs to be replaced. It is the third color if you're going from darkest to the lightest. And yeah, it's just getting a little too short. And this is the one thing, when it comes to the bigger projects, like this is a super easy pattern. And I really honestly feel like somebody really new to bracelets who's, mastered the art of the chevron could do this pattern, honestly. It's things like making it this big where it starts to become a more of an intermediate type job, because you have to have either you need patience or you need to have the opposite, like so anxious to see it finished that you put so much into it because you're just itching to see it done. I'm of that latter category. I don't have patience, so I get super wound up about trying to get things done. So, mind you, that said, I've been having a little struggle with the focus here this week, so haven't quite gotten as much accomplished as I'd hoped. I wanted to have this whole row done, but that just didn't happen this week. So, taking a little time for myself and been trying to do a little, you know, self healings and whatever. I don't know. We'll talk to the doctor about it coming up here soon and see if we can't figure out what's going on. But I guess the key thing is if you have, you know, suffer from whatever kind of ailments like that, you know, don't let it bring you down. Relax, you know, live to fight another day. All right. So this is the dark one. This is the one that's making the long rows all the way across the whole work. And then the second darkest is where we're going to actually do this adding of the string. So like I said, this is a little bit different than what I did earlier on. So if you've like watched me add string before, this one's a little bit different. And I'll show you what we're doing. So the dark and the dark one, obviously they're not being changed. That's just a regular knot. It's this next one we're going to be working on changing out this short piece here, right? So I'm going to do half the knot. And then I have some string off to the side over here. We're going to put it on there. And I'm going to complete the knot. Now, we've seen this sort of thing before, but what's a little bit different is where we're putting that, right? Because I'm going to do the same thing on the opposing side, and then those two strings are actually going to come together in the middle. So that's going to be a little bit different, and I'll show you what happens with that here in just a moment. So these are the two that are in the flux. There's my dark one. There it is. And so now this one here just gets one, and then another string goes on that. So hang on while I grab me a string. Oh, Rainbow made it. What is it? There's like a dog thing there. What is that? That is so cute. Is it? It's so cute. Oh no. I'm sorry you're having keyboard troubles. That was. Oh no. All right. I can turn the music down, I think. Okay. Music down a little bit. Got it. I also think maybe this mic wasn't close enough either, so that could be it too. Anyway, so now I'm just going to finish out this row. I've added long strands to both of what is like the third blue. And now this is the one knot where it gets a little bit weird, right? So I've got two long strands and two short strands. So I have to lay that short one off to the side, tie the two long ones together for half of the knot, flip this short one this way and this short one this way while trying to get them nice and flat-ish, and then finish the knot. And that, if you take a look when we get this, so I just continue the row like I normally would, where I go half the knot, slip the short one over the top, finish the knot. And what's that seems to have done is make the little bump caused by like changing out the strings just a little bit less noticeable. So I've been kind of digging on the process that causes. Hang on, I gotta reach behind the board to pull that through. And then on this side, it goes back to the same old thing again. Half the knot, flip the short one over, half knot, flip the short one over. Whoop. I felt the knot roll. There we go. And then drag this out of the way and finish the last one. All right, so now the two shorter strands have been pulled to the back. There's a hole, as you can see through here. So keeping those short ones out of the way so I don't inadvertently pick them up and try adding strings in where they don't belong. It's not necessary to have a board with a hole in it, but I find that if you're doing something this big, it really pays out. Like it just makes everything so much easier. So yeah, and all this is I have an easel and I'm using the whiteboard here is I think it's from an art supply place, and I'm not sure if this one was a watercolor or an oil canvas, but it's like a dense cardboard with like a white fabric sort of like glued onto the top of it. Like it's they're not expensive. It was like $2.50 for this one. So yeah, I mean, you'll have to check to see if your like local craft place has such things, but it really is pretty cool. Uh, so I'm being really cautious. I don't know if you could see me doing this. Um, the lightest strands in here is the only strands in the whole thing that have not been replaced. And now that we're getting like kind of towards the bottom and it looks like I won't have to replace it, I don't want to necessarily use one strand more than the other. So what I've been doing is I've been checking the length of the two to see which one is the longest and then using that one to tie the knot. Because if if they're equal, it doesn't matter. But if one's a little bit longer and you tie the knot using the one that's a little bit longer, they're now a little bit closer to being even. It's silly, but it can actually help you. Like if you have a string that's kind of running low, you can kind of play chicken and try to get it to last all the way to the end by using it as little as possible. So that's sort of a thing. Oh, so the bag from last week, I didn't get around to actually getting photos and getting it into the shop. It's still available. If anybody is interested, shoot me a message. Instagram, Facebook, email through my website, akaawol.com, which that's my website. So yeah, you can go drop me a message over there. However, let me know. That would be cool. Let's see, is there anything else that we're... I think I'm going to be making another small bag. That's the one thing that like I don't have a lot of in the shop right now is the small bags. So I'm thinking about making another one. I'm kind of leaning towards the idea of maybe doing a rainbow colored one. I don't know. I'm I kind of have a pattern in mind of what I want to do. It's just a matter of now trying to determine what colors do I want to do it in. I have a lot of string around here, so it was kind of fun being able to take a break from one project and going off to another one, so that's sort of neat. And I think the next small bag will be a little bit smaller than the last one I did. The last one I did was, what, 24 times 5? 24. So it's, yeah, so it's 24 times 5 strands. So I think the next one I'll do it 24 times 4. It's just kind of a fun size, the smaller ones, I think. Yeah, so these ones, the dark blue ones, are getting kind of short. I'm not sure quite how long I have before I have to swap those out, but I imagine that's going to be really soon. Just turn, yeah. So yeah, that hang on, I'll pull it out. Glad somebody's doing the math. I couldn't do it in my head, and I wasn't about to pull out paper. So yeah, this bag was 120 strings apparently. So it's got 5 loops at the top, and that's how that turned out. I can do a slightly smaller bag that would still hold money and your like a small wallet or whatever. I can do that with this string. Mind you, I couldn't do it with DMC because it'd be too small, but I can do it with this string with 96 strands, and it turns out pretty cool. Like I said, I'm going to do a different pattern. Like I've been playing around with this whole dovetail thing kind of a lot here lately, and I've got another pattern in mind because I kind of like how the base turned out, and this other pattern I have in my head will have a similar take on the base, so I think it'll be kind of fun to play with that. But yeah, something different, something I can take a break from this and do something else. Like I said, a different pattern. How exciting is that? Oh, and just string things, just because, you know, you kind of may not have been here earlier. I'll remind you, Secret Word Game is happening. So there is a word that if you say it, the bot should get all excited and tell you that you won. All you gotta do is figure it out. And each time it's been related to me, the channel, or something to that effect. So, yeah. Oh, hey. Well, welcome back. Glad you got a new account. That's cool. Unfortunately, got hacked. That would, oh man. With my channel finally like having a decent number of followers, like, oh my god, I think I would cry. Yeah, note to self, strengthen passwords. Actually, I just read somewhere today that Google is coming out with some kind of new password strength thing that's going to be an app that's going to be on your Android phone, as well as something in a Chrome browser that's supposed to be even more encrypted and secure than just regular passwords, and that websites will be able to utilize this new technology to make it even better, to where we don't have to worry about being hacked. So I mean, that sounds kind of cool. Oh, right, yeah, because you have to be signed in if you want to be able to comment. I, were you the one that told me that? That was on Instagram. Somebody just told me that that's like totally a thing. Like you have to be signed into an account, which, I mean, kudos to YouTube for that, right? Because if you didn't have to sign in to make a comment, I imagine there'd be a lot of people like just dropping in to say the most obscure, nonsensical, horrible things, and there'd be no blocking that person or anything else. So, like, if you didn't have to be signed in. So, I mean, yeah, I definitely applaud the whole you have to have an account so that way you'd be held accountable. I, 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 I didn't mean for that to, yeah. But it's true, right? I mean, that's why it's, is that why it's the word is called that? No, not really, right? I don't know. My wife's eyes are rolling really, really hard right now. Yeah, so it was you. Very cool. Okay. Well, glad to have you. Glad you have an account.
Your blood's been quite salty lately. It explains your cocky attitude.
Yeah. Like I said, I still think it's a good thing to make it so that way. I don't know if that it's an option or not, but I still stand by that it's a good thing. Um, as my account has grown, there has been a number of times that some pretty shady posts have come along. I mean, I'm not saying like I'm huge or anything. I know I'm no Markiplier or PewDiePie or something, but as the account has grown, it's gathered attention from some pretty unsavory types out there. So yeah, I do have Google to screen for certain words and stuff. So if there's anything bad, you know, then yeah, they should block that. Right. Or block an account if it's, you know. I mean, I'm pretty lenient. I can take a good joke. I don't mind good honest discussion or playful banter or whatever. But um there are lines, and right now with the way things are kind of going in the world, you know, it's nice to be able to uphold those lines. Oh, so we're just about a week, just over a week away from me getting a new tattoo. I am really, really super excited. I'm getting a tattoo right in here. So I got an airplane here because, the smartest thing I ever did was took an airplane and come be with my wife. And I've got this one, which is a lotus with the semicolon because of um, I had a severe bout of depression a number of times in my life, and so this is that whole new chapter in life thing. right? And then I'm getting a D right here, an old English style D like you have from like the Detroit Tigers? Baseball, right? Detroit Tigers. Yes. I'm from there and I'm like, wait, there's lions and tigers. Lions are the football one. Yes. Okay. So Detroit Tigers has an old English D and I thought, heck yeah, I want one of those. Well, my father's name was Dietrich. So, you know, it's got extra meanings for me. Ah, I grabbed two strings. Hang on. They were sticking together like they didn't want to come apart. Yeah, Chicago Bears, right? Yeah. I think Penguins is a hockey team. So, yeah. Mixing up all the sports. Yeah, I'm working on the positivity thing. I honestly, I struggle with like my mental health issues. Um, I've been diagnosed manic depressive as well as having ADHD, and I've had numerous issues, obviously, over the years. And we just recently changed my medication, and that wasn't working out. And I had enough of the old medication to go back to. But I'm afraid that maybe playing around with that stuff has not been necessarily the best thing for my head. I don't know. I don't know these things. I mean, I want to, I want to come here and have a happy time with you guys. I don't want to be depressing, but at the same time, I don't mind acknowledging the fact that, um, being strong is good. Trying to work through your problems, acknowledging that you have them. These are getting some help because I know that, like, I know my parents were really bothered with the whole stigma of, you know, you don't see a doctor, you don't take meds, and that kind of stuck with me for years. Honestly, I I too felt like maybe going to get meds made me somehow weak, or that I shouldn't do it for whatever reason. And now that I'm a little older, a little wiser, I'm starting to realize, like, if you had a broken arm, you wouldn't be like, oh, no, 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 I'm not seeing a doctor about that. That just shows that I'm weak. I mean, so why is mental health treated so differently? It shouldn't be. It's something that needs fixing, just like a broken limb. So. So this is pretty cool. The style of adding the string in one bit earlier and trying to take and not have quite as much mess is sort of panning out. It will help a little bit later on because I'm 2 knots away from the end, because I'm stopping before I get to the lightest color. So when it comes time to snipping it off the back, if I don't add any other row, I'll still be able to easily see where the ones to cut are. So that was part of the um, thought process in changing where and how I was changing out the strings. So, and yeah, I know I mentioned earlier, like this is like 14 and a half inches down. The reason we're doing inches is that it happens to be that the pillow is 18 by 18 inches. That's like the standard couch pillow or whatever. So just a little bit easier than doing the whole CM thing, I guess. Although I have to say, I really like how centimeters and, the whole decimal system of measuring just works out so much better. But 18 inches has been kind of nice, like knowing right where the halfway point was and everything. That was kind of cool. Right. Just string things exactly. Agreed. All right. This way. Yeah, so I see my doctor at the end of this week and hopefully can get some kind of straightened around, get back on tracks. I mean, I get that medication can only go so far, and that, when I first started the meds, it was very calming. But, like, that whole calming phase is over. And, yeah, I don't know how to bring that back. Yeah, so like the CM is kind of fun because if you say like how far you've gotten in CMs, like the number is greater. So let's take a look at that. So yeah, almost 38, so it's like 37 and a half CM, right? So much more satisfying. Look at that. It's like a big number. I've accomplished a lot. Yeah, thank you. I hope to get the whole med thing sorted as well. Like it's not easy. I mean, there's even part of me that's kind of debating, like maybe telling the doc to just wean me of the meds. I'll go back to the way it was before. I might not have been, you know, doing all that great, but some of these new problems of, concentrating and focus and everything else wasn't quite so unpredictable. LA. So let's see. I know LA has the Lakers. That's basketball. What else does LA have? We got a baseball team. I have no idea what it is. I know San Diego has the Padres, which is baseball. LA Galaxy football. That's right. Yes, yes, there are Americans that do like metric. Rams or football, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch enough sports to know much of these things, but right on. Oh, so today marks the 1 week since I started my workout plan with Zwift. Zwift is a bicycling app that lets you um, feel like you're in the great outdoors while you're sitting on an indoor trainer. And they have workout programs. And I picked a 12-week program called Build Me Up. And I started it a week ago. And, oh yeah, yeah, it's kicking me pretty hard. I legs are a little bit wobbly here today. Had an hour and a half of riding, a little bit more than 46 kilometers on the bike today. And it was some pretty um, pushing it to my limit kind of riding, like just absolutely trying to help make me a stronger person. And yeah, it felt like that. They're gonna think who's crazy, me or you? Oh. So yeah, pretty stoked about the whole workout thing, though. I have to say, it's been mildly enlightening. Um, some of the things that I've gained from it, like they're talking about how the stroke, of like how you bring your foot around for pedaling and stuff, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, another added bonus of doing CMs versus inches is if somebody tells you how many CM their wrist is, you know that it's a much more accurate kind of measurement, something that you're going to be able to work with and take, because rounding up an inch or going on less than an inch or whatever, it's kind of I don't know. CMs are a smaller scale to work with. It just seems to work out better. Well, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I've made a number of YouTube shorts here recently, and A couple of them really took off, like really had like 1,000 views or more. So that was kind of fun. Um, I've been meaning to do some more videos for that. The only thing is, because this thing looks the same as it did last week, with the exception of like this much more of it, it's really not like, you know, keep showing the same thing. It just, people are just gonna be like, yeah, I get it. You're still working it. It's big, So a little less than fun, but I should be getting around, like, get a couple other little side projects or something going on, just if nothing else. Yeah, that would be challenging. No, I've not done that. The closest I've ever done was the second bag I made was something I made for my wife. And to get out of the house and to just get, I don't know, fresh air and whatever, packed up the whole bag onto a bike, rode from here about 20 kilometers away, pulled the whole thing out on a park bench, and then propped up the clipboard against the bike rack and worked on it out in a pretty setting with nice cool breeze sitting by a river. It was nice. I'm sure the, I don't know, dozens or more people who walked past us probably thought I was insane, because that bag, I don't even know how, there's like 12 loops, 24 times 12. 288. I'm pretty sure it was 288 strings. So if you can imagine 288 strings just flopping around all over the place with some guy in bike shorts. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't think the way that the handlebars on my bike are, I don't think I could get a clipboard anywhere on that. It's not it's not your conventional style of indoor trainer where it looks like a regular bike. This thing is more upright, which works for me because I injured my back back when I was like 19 years old. So I don't like lean over as much, which I guess that would in some ways make it a little bit easier perhaps to tie the knots. But I don't think there's a way of getting a board up there. I could probably do it. I mean, I sit and I can drink drinks and munch on a candy bar. Like if I'm doing a really super long ride, I've got like these health bar things that um, kind of help me from having whatever. I don't even know what happens. Like there's some, apparently, like if you overexert yourself and you don't have calories in you, you can do what they call a bunk, which apparently is not good. I haven't experienced it, so I don't know. I wonder if I'd be able to keep my knots consistent while riding, because even just doing things like, curls with a barbell and stuff, I know that there's a little bit of a rocking action going on. I wonder if I end up maiming myself as a result of this. I'm just to let you know, I'm gonna come back here and blame you. But now I kind of want to try. I have seen videos and stuff where people do things like on computers or whatever while on a bike or a treadmill. I don't know that that's necessarily all that efficient. I think it's probably better to concentrate on one than the other, but yeah, it might be kind of neat. Be fun for at least a video for like TikTok or something. For science, yeah. I still have a hard time trying to convince people that a clipboard is the way to go. Like the number of people I see who are pinning bracelets to a pillow or using tape. Tape is probably the one that just absolutely kills me the most. Like you will leave sticky residue on your string. You in order to keep having the clip close to the working area, you're just going to need more and more tape to keep holding it down, which is just obviously that's one of those topics that gets me going every single time. But yeah, clips, way to go. They're cheap, they're easy, they'll last you for years and years. If you've got the big clips, I don't know where my extra ones are. You can put felt. There's like a sticky felt you can put inside of it, so that way you don't have to worry about having rust get on stuff. Yeah, if I try to make a bracelet on a bike, I will for sure have Mandy film it. And yeah. So now we just need a catchy title for it. Oh, I might have to make sure that if I was to do it, I'd have to use shorter length strings. So that way the strings didn't get entangled in with the pedals or anything. That could be a problem. I might, in fact, get my string in a bunch. That would be bad. Hmm. Challenge people to see how much bracelet they can get done in a 24-kilometer span. I typically do about 30 kilometers an hour, so I don't think I could get a whole lot of bracelet done. Yeah, I definitely couldn't do it with a workout like I had today. So today's workout was called over unders, which is it was 2 minutes of 80% of my threshold power, and then 30 seconds of going over my threshold power, which is, like more than if I can't keep up that the second part there, the higher number. I can't keep that up for an hour, because it would just wipe me out kind of thing. So yeah, there's no way I could tie knots with that. I've tried knotting with bobbins. Oh my god, I hate it. I absolutely go nuts with the bobbins. I know that some people can do it. Um, I can kind of do it if like the my easel is a bit further back and I can like let the bobbin sit on the desk. But that kind of, I don't know, it kind of messes with my posture and kind of how far I stretch forward and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I hate bobbins. Yeah. Yeah, I'm even trying to like figure out like I have a stitching pony, trying to figure out like if using the stitching pony can somehow be attached onto the bike or some way of holding the work, you know. Also try I'm also not sure how into the notion of being videoed with me in bicycle shorts is. I'm kind of self-conscious about such things. Oh, oh, that sounds dreadful. That's not. That's bad. Wait, what's an adult-sized tricycle? What is that? That's. I want to hear more about that. Are we talking about like the tricycle like that people have for mobility issues? Like I guess I've seen that. I've also seen the ones where it looks like a big wheel where your butt's almost on the ground and you can kind of slide around sideways with the thing. I don't know why. I think I would have a lot of fun with something like that, except for I don't think that being as tall as I am that I would fit on one very well. So is the 8 ball thing working anymore? Do we have we even tried that? Oh, right, okay. Oh, no. Oh, okay, I can picture that. Oh. Yeah, so if you can, you know what a beach cruiser is. My um, indoor trainer is more of a beach cruiser style than a racing type of bike. You can kind of like rest your elbows on these one little pads and kind of lean forward, but you're still sitting much more upright like that. So yeah. Yeah, I really should get a hold of Stream Elements and ask them why the 8-ball doesn't work. Hang on, let me see if I refresh that, if it works. Yeah. Try again. Oh, try it without the exclamation point. Try 8-ball. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I guess cutting it out probably made the most sense, but oh man. No, I think the phobia would be more about bikes than haircuts. Yeah, I can't figure out what's going on with the whole bot thing. If you want to have a go, there's a thing over here, a button for live support. I don't know what it does. It's a live support. How are they going to test to see if it's working or not if I'm not in a live stream? They won't be able to. Yeah, but how would it test? You can't test to see if 8-ball is working unless I'm in the live stream. Yeah, I got scared of haircuts when I was about 6 or 7. My dad claimed that the nip I got on my ear was probably my fault for not sitting still enough. I was bleeding pretty good too, so couldn't be the fact that the barber was getting older and no, that couldn't be it. Well, you're one of the few places in the world where if you were to have very long hair, I think the weather and stuff is in your favor. If you were here in Singapore with the humidity we have, I don't think you'd ever want to have very long hair. Just too humid, too warm. I spent a year in San Diego, so and yeah, absolutely great weather. A bit warm at times, but it's always drier. Uh I can't imagine the feeling how helpless you must have been while you were waiting for somebody to come back with scissors. Like that's the part of the story where, like, in my mind, that's got to be the worst. You can't move around to look and see what's kind of going on around you. You're just stuck in one spot. Like that had to be traumatic. I can just imagine. Oh, and if you guys haven't done it already, hit the like button on the video. That goes for people watching this in the future, like not live. Um, it'll help get the video out in front of more people, more eyes, and that would help the channel greatly. One of the biggest things that right now is trying to get the watch hours up. Need to try to hit the 4,000 watch hours for a year, and I am nowhere near that. So if I can get the channel out in front of some more people, get more watch hours. Might be able to actually get this channel monetized, which would mean more giveaways, you know. Right, right. And now suddenly, I've just remembered a childhood story that I can't help but to share now. So, when I was about 6-ish, young enough to kind of still have memories, but like also young enough to really do some dumb things, I went to go get a haircut. And I don't know why I had one, but if you ever had NyQuil or that kind of stuff, there's like the cap is like a measuring cup. right? And for some odd reason, I'd been playing with this thing. I had it in my pocket or whatever. I've been playing with it. And when the barber was cutting my hair, I discovered if you sort of mashed your hair around in the cup and then kind of popped it out, you'd end up with like these little bird nests. And I don't know why, but I thought this was the coolest thing ever. And when I got home, I was telling my niece all about it, and she thought that seemed cool. So we found a pair of scissors, and I think for the most part, she got her hair cut far more than I got any more off of my own because my hair was already kind of trimmed down pretty short. But we hacked at her hair and we made a number of bird's nests. And then, yeah, then we got in trouble because, we had it, she had to go off to the hairstylist and try to be turned back into a girl's look because she was missing large chunks in different places. Yeah, it was, yeah. I think we even found like little stones to put in it to look like little eggs in the birds' nests. Yeah, it was. I think that's how we got in trouble. I think we went out. We were going to go outside to go get more little stones to be as the bird eggs, and it was like, whoa, 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 whoa! Stop right there. What have you done to her hair? Like, oh, we're making birds' nests, like. Like the whole cutting thing. I mean, like there was never any like malice intent or anything. It was we're doing something cool. This is a sacrifice to the cause. You want birds nests, don't you? They're really cool. Yeah, when I get my tattoo, does the camera show it? Like I have to shave this part of my arm. Like even the inside of my arm is fuzzy enough that I'm gonna have to shave. Ugh. I used to paint billboards. Turpentine was a almost daily thing for me for years. Wow. Oh, oh, that sounds unhealthy. So it seemed that if today's video is to have a theme, it's some kind of weird trip down memory lane. Hair in a bunch. Kind of crazy. I had thought about that, but yeah, I think our danger toy when I was in elementary school was the thing called the swinging gate, which was a pole sticking up out of the ground with like a gate, like you would close off a yard with, that had a little platform that for your feet down at the bottom of it. And I would get somebody to stand on there, sometimes one or, sometimes two people standing on it, and have them hold on for dear life. And I would run around in circles, getting the thing so fast that their feet would slide off the little bar and they're left holding on to parts of the gate, while the centrifugal force has them basically strung out sideways. And they would try to hold on until I tired out, which usually never happened. They would lose their grip and go flying off into the gravel. And yeah, a lot of skinned up knees, a lot of banged up kids. Yeah, kids back then were stupid, and there was no camera phones around to document any of it. Yeah, if it was somebody like that picked on me or whatever, like I would have like all the extra incentive I needed to just keep that gate spinning around until they hurt themselves. Yeah. Different times, for sure. He's here? I don't see him in the thing.
No.
Yeah. Where did I miss that?
Just above mine.
This rainbow is right above yours. That's so weird. There's nothing. He's not above at all. Yeah, well, our bot doesn't seem to be responsive any longer. I was trying to talk the wife into actually chatting with live support, but apparently she doesn't want to do that. Got you banned from where? Oh, that's right. You did have to do that one earlier. Forgot about that. Yeah, that was like how she knew he was here before the rest of us. That was mind bending. There's no look even over on that screen. He's not there.
Try changing your top chat.
It didn't change on the other screen though. Oh wait, on the top chat there too. How is that possible? So yeah, that's that one is completely news to me. So there's something called top chat and live chat, and why there's a difference, I have no clue. But now I gotta like welcome to live chat. Wait, let's see if the people. That was weird. My phone just decided to turn itself off. Yeah, I was in live in top chat by default as well. I have no idea what the heck the difference is, other than your first comment shows up in when it's on the live chat, but not in top chat.
Live
Weird.
chat shows everything that's happening,
Uh-huh.
and top chat, some messages may not be visible, such as potential spam.
Hey, Helena made it as well. Look at that. That's nice.
And he said, try to do
Yeah, so 8 ball still doesn't work. Let's see if I can. Oh, I don't understand how this works. I don't want to do that. Weird. So yeah, apparently help for the bot thing is over in discuss, which wait, was that what it was? Discord, I'm sorry, Discord. I knew I got it wrong. So, and I completely have like no understanding on how Discord works. It those things absolutely drive me insane. It kind of reminds me of like the message boards from like the 2000, but I didn't enjoy those either. Yeah, well, that's where they apparently I have to verify something through my phone, and there's all these steps just to try to figure out why a bot isn't working, which I'm not sure it's worth it. Wait, try typing in Facebook, just see whether or not that bot thing works.
Actually, nothing's been showing up. The the merchandise,
Right.
the coffee, all those things which usually still show up. They aren't showing up at all.
Right.
It's not just people.
This scene.
Salty lately. It explains your cocky attitude.
So weird. Yeah, it's like Stream Elements knows.
You can tell stuff like that from how my blood tastes?
Hearing voices in the music, I don't think. I think your tea is a little strong. Eight Ball's revenge. It's gonna drive poor Rainbow into some kind of crazy madness, hearing voices and such. The music's there to help us to relax, to chill, get our knots on. Kind of amazed at how much progress we've had here tonight. This is kind of a lot more than I expected. Yeah, I can't seem to find anything to say why chatbot's not working. Uh, Bill's only soles are on the bottom of his Jordans. Is that the shoes, bro? The soles on your shoes. Like, I got a pair of Jordans. Triple whites, in fact. Yeah, if you're having trouble with your hands, yeah, nodding is probably not the answer. Um, possible solutions. This is a good one. So this will help kind of get the tendons and everything moving. I have a new thing though. Check this out. I talked the wife into let me get this thing. A gyro ball. This thing, it this is the new modern version. It lets you actually wind it up just a little bit to kind of get it started. And then let's see if I can. I'm going too fast. Hang on. Reprime the thing. Spin it right. Put the safety strap on it because if I drop this thing while it's at speed, it'll create shrapnel. Why is this spring loader thing not working? There it goes. Bear with me, this will be worth it. I love the sound effect it makes. There it goes. So yeah, I have discovered this is helping out my wrists, ooh, that hurt. My wrists and forearms much stronger as a result of this little toy. I also have some like squishy stress related ones. I have a number of things to help. Seeing as how like knots are my therapeutic whatever that I do so frequently, I have a lot of things to help assure that I can continue knotting without the pain. So what is a hemp Vanna gloves? That's interesting. Are we talking compression gloves? Or are we talking something for knotters? Because the only thing I've seen for knotters that works glove-wise are yo-yo gloves. If you have problems with humidity and the string is cutting into your fingers, yo-yo gloves work out really well. So compression glove. Oh, do I feel that one? Oh, we just bought a bunch of string mostly because I needed one of the colors for this because when we first made the purchase, I swapped around which the numbers inadvertently, so I ended up with a lot more of a color I wouldn't need and didn't get enough of one of the ones I would need. And so we did a string order and just spent, I don't know, over $100 in more string. I have so much string right now. I am, so I don't have any qualms about the notion of picking up and doing a few extra projects just to get things done. But anyways, it's almost midnight over here. My eyes are starting to get a little, um, yeah, I don't know what, but not good. So before I go, I definitely want to thank all my Patreon supporters who made this possible. This is, I think it's been at least a year now that I've been doing Patreon, and it's helped with things like having the camera that you see me in, as well as the Mandy cam, and getting string for the channel, things like that. So yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for that. You guys are awesome. Um, I will be back next week. I don't know if it'll be with this blue project or something new, possibly something new. I really have an itch to try this other pattern thing and play with that a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. Um, got also a lot of other things going on. We'll have the secret word game still going on. I'm sure, seeing as how nobody's found it. And hopefully we can get the bot fixed. I'm gonna try to make it a point to do something this week to see if we can't do something with that as well. So yeah. Um, So yeah, I'll be back in next week. Hopefully you guys can all make it again. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.